What's going on, everyone? Moose here, Airguns of Michigan, and today I am excited to share with you something that Impulse Air sent to me. I had reached out to them and said, hey, you know, I'd like to shoot an Impulse with my Panthera for the NRL and PRS stuff we're doing. And they said, absolutely, you know, what are you looking for? I said, man, you know, I just, you know, whatever. And we had a great conversation, and they've helped us in the past as well. So you're going to be seeing more and more Impulse Air probably on a lot of my stuff. But they went ahead and sent me their new moderator for the Panthera. And you say, what do you mean they got a new moderator just for the Panthera? Well, no. But what they do have, let me see. I think I've got another one here. I do. This is another one that I have. And if you look on the back of this, you can see it's kind of tapered down. And that's tapered to meet the barrel shroud on, you know, a lot of guns. And so what they did was, on the Panthera, is they didn't taper it. So in essence, what happens is when you screw this on, it's nice and flush with the barrel of the Panthera. Great idea. Great idea. I'm super looking forward to this. They actually sent me some slugs as well to try out. I think they are 26 grain. So I'm excited. I want to try them out. I want to see what they do. But more importantly, they sent me something that I think is terribly overlooked. And I'm going to tell you guys a little story and a little bit why. If you've ever seen any of my other videos where I'm out and I'm shooting on those cooler days or things like that, and you've probably had this happen too, your moderator can sweat like really, really bad, become dripping wet. And it's because of the air traveling down the barrel, creates a cooler. It's kind of like, well, it is. It's condensation, just like in an air conditioner or anything else. And it always just kind of bothered me. And especially because it would drip down the front. And then I'm thinking, man, you know, water gets inside of my moderator, potentially down my barrel. Well, they have new moderator covers or blankets, whatever you want to call them. And I'm going to show you guys how I strap this on there. First and foremost, we're going to show you guys just how it comes. This is the blanket on the outside here. And you'll notice that there are 6 eyelets on this. Made in the USA as well. And then it's threaded through the center here to, you know, kind of cinch up onto the moderator cover itself. Let me go ahead and we're going to take a break. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more so you guys can see me a little bit better. We'll be right back. Okay, hopefully that's a little bit better. It looks better in my screen. So once again, I just want to show you guys, it comes with, you know, your stretchy cord through a little pack in the back here. It's got 6 eyelets on this pack itself. Now, I have found that, listen, there's no right or wrong way to wrap a moderator blanket. There's not. I've seen guys do crisscross patterns. I've seen all kinds of stuff. But ideally, you just want to make sure that it's tight and that it doesn't come over the end of the barrel and potentially get shot off the gun. You don't want to do that, especially in a competition. If this thing was to hang over the front and clip a slug, you're having a bad day. So I'm going to show you guys how I do this. And what I do is I just start by setting my cover on top of my moderator like that. And I just kind of pull it around. And then I just kind of try to cinch it with my hand a little bit. All right, now there's 2 eyelets in the back and there's 2 eyelets in the front that I can visibly see. And those are the only 4 that I'm going to use. And I'm going to show you guys what I do. So I'm going to take my cord and I'm going to come through this back eyelet and I'm just going to thread it through. And then I'm going to come up to this front eyelet and I'm going to thread it through. Now I'm going to come around the underside again and go back through that same eyelet in the back. So I'm not not changing my eyelets. And at this point, I'm going to cinch. I'm going to pull down and cinch this thing relatively tightly onto the moderator. And I'm just pinching it underneath with my thumb. So all this cordage is tight. On the other side of my thumb, it's still stretchy. I'm going to come back around the front. I'm going to open up this eyelet. I'm going to drop my cord back through there. I'm going to cinch it back around. I'm going to pinch it with my thumb again. I'm then going to run it through this back eyelet again. So that'll be 3 times I've gone through that back eyelet. And I'm going to pull it kind of tight. I'm going to come up one more time. And we're going to go back down through this front eyelet, bringing it back around, pinching it with my bottom thumb. And then I'm going to come through this bottom or back eyelet one last time. So now I've come through that like 4 times. And you should be able to let go because the cord's kind of like wrapping over itself. I'm going to repeat the process on this one. So we're going to go through the back eyelet. I apologize for not being able to show you guys the back eyelet, but I'm sure you understand. I'm going to drop through this front eyelet. I'm going to come back up through this back eyelet. I'm going to cinch it nice and tight. Pinch it with my thumb. I'm going to drop back down through the front eyelet again. I'm going to pull it tight, pinch it with my thumb. I'm going to come back up through the back eyelet. Now I'm going to use my index finger to pinch that again. Come back through here. And one more time up through this back eyelet. You kind of got to manipulate the eyelets a little bit just to kind of get them to fold around where you want. Now, you've got this leftover, right? Well, they send a keeper with these as well. Just your standard, cord keeper. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and feed my 2 lines through the keeper. Push them through. I'm going to pull it nice and tight and snug it up really tightly up onto the moderator. Now, at this point, it's up to you. You can tie some knots in these, cut them, whatever you want to do. I just leave my cords. However, what I'll do now is just kind of take my cords and push them through the back side here and just kind of bring them around and kind of just like a single granny knot over itself, just to kind of get it out of the way. Now there's other things you can do. I mean, you could take the cords and kind of, you could, I don't know, there's all kinds of stuff. Some people cut them off. I want to be able to remove this and then redo what I've just done. So what could we do with this extra cordage, right? So let's talk about that. So I've still got these 2 tag ends, and on these particular wraps, I've only gone around the one way. I haven't crisscrossed or anything. Well, technically, you could come across, crisscross from this one to that one, come around this way, crisscross from the back to the front, and just kind of pull them down. This way it kind of shortens those cords up a little bit. It's better to have more than less. Absolutely, right? And then you could put your keeper back on it. And you'll see here in a second. Let me get that through there. You can pull that up, and now your cords are a lot shorter. So it's really up to you. Now, beside the fact that this is going to help with condensation, it's a blanket, right? It's to keep your moderator cooler, warmer at the same time, depending. It also does protect your moderator when you're going in and out of apparatuses. So if you're, jumping into a whatever scenario, I don't want to scratch this tubing up either. So I am going to wrap my gun in some elastic wrap. They make it in the camouflage or whatever. I'm going to find a color that suits me, and I'm going to wrap mine. I thought about the shrink wrap like we used to back in the day with a lot of our barrel shrouds. I just need to figure out how big it is, and maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I thought about Cerakoting it and just kind of painting the whole gun, and that still may be a possibility. But either way, I just wanted to show you guys real quick. This is the Impulse Air for the Panthera, and the nice thing is that even when the blanket's on, you can still remove your moderator to put your gun away in its case, and you can still put it back onto the gun, you know, once it's wrapped. So, you know, the cool thing is that it doesn't impede our, you know, removal and replacement. So anyway, if you guys want, go check them out. Impulse Air. These guys are really doing a great job. I've had really good luck with their moderators, and you know, I plan to use them, and you know, it really does make a difference on this Panthera when I'm slinging these slugs. So with that being said, I'm Moose. This is the Impulse Air moderator set up for the Panthera. If you guys are interested, go check them out. Tell them Moose sent you. I appreciate it. And until next time, be good to each other, and God bless.